What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Steve, and today we're back with another video. So in today's video, I have a friend of mine. I will let him introduce himself in a second, and I'll be answering some questions for beginners and how you can level up your game with the credit card.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Chris speaking, amateur on credit cards, and no experience. He is the master here, so I'm gonna be asking him a few questions about credit cards and things like that. But I mean, what's a good card to start with?
Beginner credit card?
Yeah, like a beginner card to start with.
Okay, so for you guys who are new to the credit world, so the cards that I would recommend, if you are a student, get the Discover student credit cards, or you can get the Chase, or you can get the Chase Freedom for student one.
So you said the Chase Freedom Unlimited?
Or no,
Or-
the Chase Student, the Chase Freedom
The
Student.
Chase Student is like the first beginner, and then the Discover.
Yeah, so
Right. And so, how often should you like change credit cards, or is one enough to even build a good amount of credit?
So one credit card is definitely enough to build good credit, but if you want to maximize your credit and you want to build credit faster and have a stronger credit profile, I would recommend getting another credit card, like I'll say 6 months after your first credit card. So once you have your first credit card, you wanna, after 6 months, you wanna ask them for an increase. Now that you have more credit available to you, you can open another credit card, and that credit card is gonna have a higher limit than the one that the first one starts you off with, because now they see that you have experiences, and now they're gonna trust you more because they see that you're paying your cards back on time, you're doing everything else, and another bank trusts you. So yeah.
I was ready for this. So what's the best way to pay off your credit card to increase your credit score? Because I know that if you pay it off a little too early, it's not going to count. If you pay it off too late, it's also not going to work. It's very complicated in that.
Okay, so the only way I would recommend you paying your credit card is by pulling up your credit card statement. So after you get your first credit card, you want to pull up your credit card statement. You want to see when is your due date and when is your statement date. So for example, let's say your due date is on the 1st of the month. Let's say your due date is on the 1st. You would pay your credit card off on the due date, and let's say your statement is on the 5th. You would wait after the 5th to then start using your credit card again.
So after tier 1, the beginner's tier, what should you move on next if you want to get another credit card or even increase your credit even more?
So for that one, after you graduate from the tier 1, you would then go to the Chase Freedom Unlimited, which is one of my favorite cards. And that one is like my everyday card. I use it for mostly everything. You can start with the Chase Freedom Unlimited, or you can get the American Express Blue Cash Everyday card. So in that case, you'll be building credit with Chase and American Express, which is two of my favorite credit card companies, and I love them. I have their cards.
So now that you have graduated from tier 2 of credit cards, give me a second. Your Freedom Unlimited and Amex Blue, right? Those are two good ones. And tier 3, the big word cards, the annual fees and stuff like that. That's pretty much all I know. I'm gonna pass it to him, master, and he's gonna explain it to you guys in small details. Hopefully you understand.
All right. So now that you have graduated from tier 2, now you are dealing with cards that come with annual fees and collecting points and all that. So the cards I would recommend you can start with would be the American Express Gold card. So one thing about American Express that I really like, so once you do become part of the family, you get a card with American Express. So now whenever you would apply for another card with them, they won't pull your credit again. So after a good 1 or 2 months of paying your card off, when you try to apply with them again, they won't pull your credit again. So
what do you mean by pulling your credit?
Okay, so when I say pulling your credit, I'm talking about like hard pull. Basically, when you apply for a credit card, they do a credit check. They check to see what's your credit score, what other cards do you have on your credit. So basically, they check to see if you're paying your things on time, your credit profile, everything like that. So they check that. But every time you would apply for a new card, they would check that for you, right? But with American Express, once you have a card with them and you try to apply again, they won't check your credit again. Yeah. So with the card I would recommend, you can start with the gold. You get rewards like four times points per dollar spent with your gold card for groceries and dining. And once you are good with the gold card, I then recommend you going with the platinum card. So the platinum card, it does come with an annual fee of $695 every year. So every year you have to pay that amount to keep the card.
Yearly.
But yeah, every year. So if you are going to travel, that would be a great card that you can have in your wallet. So it gives you a lot of benefits when it comes to traveling. You get access to the airport lounges. You get access to 5 points per dollar with traveling expenses when you're booking hotel, everything like that. But it does come with a hefty price of like $695, and the gold one is around $250 every year to keep it. So those are one of my two favorite tier 3 cards at the moment. And also you can get the Chase Sapphire Preferred.
My brain just exploded. But yeah, I mean, it seems pretty simple. Yearly fee to keep it. I've heard something about that before actually. But so let's just say like an estimate of how much credit would you have on those cards, like off rate, like how much available credit would you have
For those cards?
Yeah.
Okay, so those two cards are called charge cards. They're not really your typical credit card. So they don't really have like a set limit that you can spend on it. So let me show you. It would look something like this.
He has one, of course.
Okay. So it would look something like this. It would say no preset spending limit. So that means I don't really have a limit on that. So basically any amount that I'm like spending already, the bank will like allow me to spend that amount. So if I'm going to make a big purchase, they have an option where you can check your spending power. So let me show you. You'd go right here. You check your spending power. But the longer you have the card for, the more they approve you for limits that you can spend on the card. So it don't really come with a credit limit like any other credit card. It's like a charge card. You pay it off, you buy it, and you pay it off at the end of the month. You don't really carry your balance on a month-to-month basis.
That is very, very good. He just showed me. He could. I am amazed right now because okay, I'm not gonna say numbers, you know what I'm saying, professional, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Appreciate the information. I'm glad I learned a lot today. Definitely, I'm definitely gonna put it to use. Hopefully you guys put it to use as well and get your credit up.
Remember, get your credit up, guys, and make sure you stay tuned. More videos like this coming soon, and I'm planning on bringing you guys more values for next coming up videos. So make sure you guys stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and head over to Instagram and follow me at young.steve and follow him as well.
You can follow me at _chris.59. I'm a photographer. Take pictures. Well, beginner photographer. That's my domain, you know. If you need a tip, let me know. DM me. Thank you.
And I'm also a photographer too, so you can DM all of us. So it was nice talking to you guys. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video. Peace out.